imagine for a moment that you are a mighty oak tree. Your roots run deep into the earth, anchoring you firmly in place. Your trunk stands tall and strong, weathering storms and seasons. Your branches reach towards the sky, ever growing, ever reaching. And I'll picture a gust of wind blowing through your leaves. Does it uproot you? Does it snap your trunk in two? No. You simply sway with the breeze, bending but never breaking. This, my friends, is what it means to act as if no one can disturb your peace. Peace is not the absence of disturbance. It is the presence of an unshakable inner calm. It is the eye of the storm where tranquility reigns even as chaos swirls around you. And today we're going to explore how to cultivate this inner peace. How to become that mighty oak tree that stands firm in the face of life's tempest. Now, you might be thinking, but how can I remain undisturbed in a world that seems designed to disturb us? Let me tell you something powerful. Your peace is not determined by your circumstances. It is determined by your perspective. Your peace is not a product of what happens to you, but of how you choose to respond to what happens. Think about it. Two people can face the same situation and react in completely different ways. One might crumble under the pressure while the other rises to the challenge. What's the difference? It's not the situation, it's the mindset. It's the decision to act as if no one can disturb your peace. So let's be clear. This is not about ignoring reality or pretending that difficulties don't exist. It's about developing a resilience that allows you to face those difficulties head on without losing your center. It's about cultivating an inner strength that enables you to navigate life's storms without being tossed about by every wave. So how do we do this? How do we become that unshakable oak tree? Let me share with you 5 principles that will help you act as if no one can disturb your peace. Principle number, know your worth. Your peace begins with understanding your inherent value. You are not defined by other people's opinions or expectations. You are not the sum of your achievements or failures. You are valuable simply because you exist. When you truly understand this, when you internalize it, you become immune to the judgments and criticisms of others. Imagine someone insulting a diamond, calling it worthless. Would that change the diamond's value? Of course not. The diamond's worth is intrinsic. It doesn't depend on anyone's opinion. You, my friend, are that diamond. And your worth is not determined by others' perceptions. It is innate, unchanging. When you know your worth, you don't seek validation from others. You don't live to please everyone. You live authentically true to yourself and your values. This self-assurance becomes a shield, deflecting negativity and preserving your peace. Principle number 2, master your mind. Your mind is a powerful tool, but if left unchecked, it can also be your greatest enemy. How often have you found yourself lying awake at night, your mind racing with worries about the future or regrets about the past? How many times have you allowed a small comment or incident to spiral into a storm of negative thoughts? You act as if no one can disturb your peace. You must become the master of your mind. This means developing the ability to observe your thoughts without being controlled by them. It means recognizing that you are not your thoughts. Do not practice mindfulness. Take time each day to sit quietly and observe your thoughts without judgment. Watch them come and go like clouds in the sky. Over time, you develop the ability to choose which thoughts to engage with and which to let pass by. Remember, your mind is like a garden. You can't stop seeds from falling into it, but you can choose which ones to water and nurture. Choose to water thoughts of peace, positivity, and possibility. Let the weeds of negativity and doubt wither away. Peaceable, embrace responsibility. This might seem counterintuitive. How does taking on more responsibility lead to peace? But here's the truth. Taking responsibility for your life is incredibly empowering. That puts you in the driver's seat. Instead of being a victim of circumstances, you become the creator of your reality. Once you embrace responsibility, you stop blaming others for your problems. You stop waiting for someone else to make your life better. You take charge of your own happiness, your own success, your own peace. This doesn't mean that bad things won't happen to you. It doesn't mean that others won't sometimes treat you unfairly. But it does mean that you always have a choice in how you respond. You can choose to let these things disturb your peace, or you can choose to use them as opportunities for growth and learning. Imagine you're sailing a ship. You can't control the wind or the waves, but you can control the direction of your ship. You can adjust your sails. You can steer your course. That's what embracing responsibility is all about. It's about focusing on what you can control rather than what you can't. Principle number 4. Cultivate it. Gratitude is like a magic elixir for your peace of mind. It has the power to transform your perspective, to shift your focus from what's wrong to what's right in your life. You see, it's hard for discontent and gratitude to exist in the same space. When you're truly grateful, there's no room for envy, resentment, for dissatisfaction. These peace-disturbing emotions simply melt away in the warmth of gratitude. Gratitude isn't just a feeling. Yeah? It's a practice. It's something you need to cultivate daily. Start and end each day by listing 3 things you're grateful for. They don't have to be big things. Maybe it's the warmth of the sun on your face, a kind word from a friend, or the taste of your morning coffee. Because you practice gratitude, you start to notice more and more things to be grateful for. It's like you're tuning your mind to a different frequency. The frequency of abundance rather than scarcity, of joy rather than discontent. Here's the beautiful thing. When you're truly grateful for what you have, you become less disturbed by what you don't have. You become less affected by the ups and downs of life because you're anchored in an appreciation for the present moment. Listen to number 5. Live with purpose. Having a clear sense of purpose is like having a North Star guiding you through life's journey. When you know why you're here, what you're meant to contribute to the world, it becomes much easier to maintain your peace in the face of challenges. Purpose gives you perspective. It helps you distinguish between what's truly important and what's merely urgent. It gives you the strength to persevere when times get tough because you know that what you're doing matters. Living with purpose doesn't mean you have to change the world single-handedly. Your purpose might be to be the best parent you can be, to create beautiful art that touches people's hearts, or to serve your community in some way. The size of your purpose doesn't matter. What matters is that it resonates deeply with you and gives your life meaning. So you live with purpose, you're less likely to be disturbed by the opinions or actions of others. You're less likely to be swayed by societal pressures or expectations that don't align with your values. You have an inner compass that keeps you steady, no matter what storms may rage around you. Now, let's talk about how these 5 principles work together to help you act as if no one can disturb your peace. When you know your worth, you're less affected by criticism or rejection. You don't need everyone's approval because you approve of yourself. This self-assurance creates a solid foundation for your peace. When you master your mind, you gain control over your internal dialogue. You're able to quiet the voice of doubt and amplify the voice of confidence and calm. This mental discipline becomes a powerful tool for maintaining your peace in any situation. When you embrace responsibility, you stop feeling like a victim of circumstances. You recognize your power to choose your response to any situation. This sense of agency is incredibly empowering and peace-promoting. When you cultivate gratitude, you shift your focus from what's lacking to what's abundant in your life. This positive perspective makes it much easier to maintain your peace, even in challenging times. And when you live with purpose, you have a compelling reason to maintain your peace. You understand that your peace of mind is not just for your own benefit, but for the benefit of all those you're meant to serve through your purpose. Together, these principles create a fortress of peace that's hard to penetrate. They equip you with the tools you need to remain calm and centered, no matter what life throws your way. Let me be clear. No, acting as if no one can disturb your peace doesn't mean you'll never feel upset, angry, or sad. You're human, and it's natural and healthy to experience a full range of emotions. The goal isn't to suppress these feelings, but to not be controlled by them. It's about maintaining your inner equilibrium. Even as you acknowledge and process these emotions, think of it like this. You're not trying to be a rock that feels nothing. You're aiming to be like the ocean. You can have waves on the surface, but deep down, you remain vast. Now, I want to address something important. Some of you might be thinking, but what about injustice? What about situations that truly deserve our anger or outrage? And you're right to ask this question. Acting as if no one can disturb your peace doesn't mean being passive in the face of wrongdoing. In fact, it's quite the opposite. When you maintain your inner peace, you're in a much better position to effectively address injustice. You can respond rather than react. You can think clearly and strategically rather than being clouded by emotion. Your peace becomes a source of strength that allows you to stand firm in your convictions and work for. Remember, peace is not weakness. It's not apathy. True peace is a form of strength. A quiet, unshakable power that allows you to navigate life's challenges with grace and effectiveness. Let me share a personal story with you. Back in my day, I once faced a situation where I was publicly criticized for my beliefs. The criticism was harsh, personal, and in my view, unfair. For a moment, I felt my peace slipping away. I felt the urge to lash out, to defend myself vehemently. But then I remember these principles we're discussing today. I took a deep breath and reminded myself of my worth, that it wasn't determined by this person's opinion of me. I observed my thoughts and feelings without being controlled by them. I took responsibility for my response to the situation. I found things to be grateful for even in this challenging moment. And I reconnected with my sense of purpose, which was bigger than this temporary conflict. As a result, I was able to respond to the criticism calmly and constructively. I didn't stoop to personal attacks or lose my composure. I addressed the issues raised thoughtfully and respectfully. And you know what? That response ended up earning me more respect and credibility than any angry rebuttal could have. That experience taught me the power of maintaining my peace even in the face of direct attacks. It showed me that my peace wasn't something fragile that could be shattered by someone else's words or actions. It was a strength I could cultivate and rely on. I want to be clear. As if no one can disturb your peace. It's not about being passive or letting people walk all over you. It's about responding to life's challenges from a place of inner strength and calm rather than reacting from a place of anger or fear. It's about being like that oak tree we talked about at the beginning. The oak tree doesn't fight against the wind. That would only cause it to break. Instead, it bends and sways, all the while remaining deeply rooted. It works with the wind, not against it. In the same way, when you act as if no one can disturb your peace, you're not fighting against life's challenges. You're not resisting what is. Instead, you're learning to flow with life, to adapt and respond with flexibility and resilience. This approach to life requires practice. It's not something you achieve overnight. It's a skill you develop over time. Through consistent effort and mindful living, there will be days when you struggle, when your peace feels elusive. That's okay. Be patient with yourself, remember. Even the mightiest oak tree started as each time you choose peace over reactivity. Every time you respond with calm instead of anger, you're growing stronger. You're deepening your roots, strengthening your trunk, reaching your branches higher. As you continue on this journey, I want to give you a powerful tool, a mantra you can use whenever you feel your peace being challenged. Here it is. I choose peace. If someone criticizes you unfairly, silently repeat to yourself, I choose peace. When you're stuck in traffic and feeling frustrated, Tell yourself, I choose peace. When you're faced with a daunting challenge, remind yourself, I choose peace. This mantra serves as a pattern interrupt. It stops your automatic stress response in its tracks and reminds you of your power to choose your state of mind. It brings you back to the present moment and reconnects you with your inner strength. Remember, your peace is your power. It's not something that can be taken from you. It can only be given away. And you have the choice in every moment to hold on to your peace. Imagine how different your life would be if you consistently acted as if no one could disturb your peace. How would it change your relationships? How would it impact your work? How would it transform your sense of self? You would no longer be at the mercy of others' moods or actions. You wouldn't waste energy on needless conflicts or petty grievances. You would approach challenges with a clear mind and a steady heart. You would make decisions based on your values and purpose, not on fear or pressure from others. Your relationships would improve because you bring a sense of calm and stability to your interactions. People would be drawn to your peaceful presence. You'd be better able to listen and empathize because you wouldn't be caught up in your own emotional reactions. Your work, you'd be more focused and productive. Stress and office politics wouldn't derail you. You'd be able to stay centered even under pressure, leading to better performance and increased success. And perhaps most importantly, your relationship with yourself would transform. You'd no longer be at war with your thoughts and feelings. You'd have a deep sense of self-acceptance and inner harmony. You trust yourself to handle whatever life brings your way. This is the power of acting as if no one can disturb your peace. It's not just about feeling good. Although that's certainly a benefit, it's about becoming the best version of yourself. It's about living life on your own terms, unswayed by the opinions or actions of others. It's about accessing your full potential and making your unique contribution to the world. Now, I want to address a common misconception. Some people think that maintaining inner peace means always being serene and never experiencing negative emotions. That's not the case at all. Acting as if no one can disturb your peace doesn't mean you won't feel anger, sadness, or frustration. You're human after all. The difference is in how you relate to these emotions. Instead of being overwhelmed by them or acting them out impulsively, you learn to observe them with a sense of detachment. You acknowledge the emotion, you feel it, but you don't let it control your actions or define your state of being. It's like watching a storm from inside a study house. You can see the lightning, hear the thunder, feel the house shake a little, but you remain safe and dry inside. The storm is real, but it doesn't threaten your fundamental well-being. This ability to maintain your center amidst emotional storms is one of the most valuable skills you can develop. It allows you to respond to life's challenges with wisdom and clarity rather than reacting blindly based on momentary emotions. Another crucial point to understand is that acting as if no one can disturb your peace is not about controlling your environment or the people around you. It's about controlling your response to your environment and to other people. You can't control whether someone criticizes you, but you can control how you interpret and respond to that criticism. You can't control whether you hit traffic on your way to an important meeting, but you can control whether you let that traffic ruin your mood for the entire day. This shift in focus from trying to control external circumstances to managing your internal states is incredibly liberating. It puts the power back in your hands. You're no longer at the mercy of unpredictable external events. Your peace becomes an internal resource that you can access regardless of what's happening around you. Now, let's talk about how to put this into practice in your daily life. Start small. Don't expect to master this overnight. Begin by setting an intention each morning to maintain your peace throughout the day. Remind yourself of your worth, of your ability to choose your responses, of your gratitude for what you have. As you go through your day, pay attention to the moments when you feel your peace being disturbed. What triggered it? How did you react? Don't judge yourself for these reactions. Simply observe them with curiosity. Then practice choosing peace in these moments. Take a deep breath. Remind yourself of your intention. Use your I choose peace mantra. See if you can shift your perspective on the situation. Deep breath. Remind yourself of your intention. Use your I choose peace mantra. See if you can shift your perspective on the situation. For example, if someone cuts you off in traffic, instead of getting angry, you might think, maybe they're rushing to an emergency. Either way, my peace is more important than being right in this moment. This doesn't mean you become a pushover. It means you choose your battles wisely, always prioritizing your inner tranquility. Practice gratitude throughout your day. When you find yourself getting irritated or stressed, pause and name 3 things you're grateful for in that moment. This simple act can dramatically shift your emotional state and help you reclaim your peace. Regularly, check in with your body. Notice where you're holding tension and consciously relax those areas. Your physical state and your mental state are intimately connected. By relaxing your body, you'll find it easier to maintain mental and emotional calm. Create peaceful spaces in your life. There could be a physical space in your home where you go to relax and recharge. It could also be temporal spaces. Moments in your day dedicated to peace-promoting activities like meditation, prayer, or simply sitting quietly. Surround yourself with peace-promoting influences. This includes the people you spend time with, the media you consume, and the environments you frequent. So you can maintain your peace in any situation. It's wise to create conditions that support rather than challenge your peace whenever possible. Remember, acting as if no one can disturb your peace doesn't mean isolating yourself from the world or avoiding challenging situations. It means developing the inner strength to engage fully with life while maintaining your center. In fact, as you cultivate this inner peace, you'll likely find yourself better equipped to handle life's challenges. You'll approach problems with a clear mind, unburdened by excessive emotion. You'll be able to see opportunities where others see only obstacles. This peace becomes a form of power. Not power over others, but power over yourself. It's the power to choose your response in any situation. It's the power to remain true to your values and purpose regardless of external pressures. It's the power to live life on your own terms. As you continue this practice, you may notice some profound changes in your life. Relationships might improve as people respond to your newfound calm and stability. You might find yourself making better decisions, both big and small, as you're able to think clearly without being clouded by stress or anxiety. You may discover a greater sense of connection to yourself, to others, to the world around you. When you're not constantly disturbed by every little thing, you create space to truly see and appreciate the beauty in life. Your creativity might flourish. Many great ideas and innovations come in moments of peace and quiet reflection. By cultivating inner peace, you're creating fertile ground for inspiration and insight. You might even notice improvements in your physical health. Stress is a major contributor to many health problems, and by learning to maintain your peace, you're effectively managing your stress levels. But perhaps the most significant change will be in how you see yourself. As you consistently act as if no one can disturb your peace, you'll develop a deep trust in yourself. You'll know that no matter what life throws your way, you have the inner resources to handle it with grace and equanimity. The self-trust is incredibly empowering. It allows you to take risks, to pursue your dreams, to speak your truth, because you know that your worth and your peace come from within, not from external validation or circumstances. You'll also develop a greater sense of compassion, both for yourself and for others. When you're no longer constantly reactive, you create space to understand where others are coming from, even when they're not at their best. You'll be able to respond to others' anger or negativity with calm understanding rather than meeting fire with fire. This doesn't mean you become a doormat or that you never stand up for yourself. On the contrary, when you act from a place of inner peace, your words and actions carry more weight. You'll be able to assert yourself calmly and confidently without the need for aggression or defensiveness. As you progress on this journey, you may find that your definition of success changes. Instead of chasing external markers of success, money, status, possessions, you might start to prioritize inner peace and fulfillment. You might find that your goals become less about proving yourself to others and more about living in alignment with your values and purpose. This shift can be truly liberating. When your sense of success and fulfillment comes from within, you're no longer at the mercy of changing external circumstances. You can find contentment and peace even in the face of challenges or setbacks. Remember, though, that this is a lifelong journey. There will be times when maintaining your peace feels easy and times when it feels incredibly challenging. Be patient with yourself. Each difficulty is an opportunity to practice and grow stronger. It's also important to remember that acting as if no one can disturb your peace doesn't mean becoming emotionless or disconnected from the world around you. On the contrary, as you become more peaceful inside, you may find that you're able to engage more fully and authentically with life. You'll be able to feel joy more deeply because you're not afraid of losing it. You'll be able to love more freely because your sense of self isn't dependent on how others treat you. You'll be able to pursue your passions with more vigor because you're not held back by fear of failure or criticism. In essence, inner peace becomes the foundation from which you can live a richer, more fulfilling life. It's not about escaping from life's challenges, but about developing the inner resources to meet those challenges with grace, wisdom, and equanimity. As you continue to practice acting as if no one can disturb your peace, you may find that you become a source of peace for others. Your calm presence can have a ripple effect, positively influencing those around you. Without even trying, you might find that you're helping create more peaceful families, workplaces, and communities. This is how personal transformation leads to social transformation. As more individuals learn to maintain their inner peace, we create the conditions for a more peaceful and harmonious world. So I encourage you to commit to this practice. Make it a daily intention to act as if no one can disturb your peace. Be patient with yourself as you learn and grow. Celebrate your progress, no matter how small it might seem. Remember, every moment is an opportunity to choose peace. Every challenging person is a chance to practice maintaining your center. Every stressful situation is an invitation to go deeper into your inner calm. As you embrace this way of living, you may find that life becomes less of a struggle and more of a dance. You learn to flow with life's currents rather than constantly fighting against them. You'll discover a sense of ease and grace in your daily experiences. This doesn't mean life will always be easy. Challenges will still come. Difficult people will still cross your path. But you'll have developed the inner resources to navigate these challenges without losing your center. Ultimately, acting as if no one can disturb your peace is about reclaiming your power. It's about recognizing that your peace is your choice, your responsibility, and your birthright. No one can give it to you and no one can take it away unless you allow them to. So I invite you to step into this power. Commit to cultivating your inner peace, moment by moment, day by day. Watch as it transforms not only your own life, but the lives of those around you. Remember, you are that mighty oak tree. Deeply rooted, strong, flexible, ever-growing. Let the storms come, let the winds blow. You will bend, you will sway, but you will not break. Your peace is your strength, and it is unshakable.
Hey there, welcome to my channel. music, library, beauty. Today I speak, act as if no one can disturb your pitch, pretending, developing a resilience that allows you to face those difficulties hidden without losing your strength that enables you tossed about by every wave. So how do and become that unshakable? Let me help you act as if no one can disturb your pitch. Principle number: know your worth. Your pitch begins with understanding your internet value. You are not defined by other people's opinions. Some of your achievements or failures you valuable. Simply truly understand is when you internalize. If you become and others imagine someone insulting diamond worthless wood, that changes the diamond's value, of course not the diamond's worth. In instinct it does not depend on anyone determined by other perceptions. It is innate, unchanging. You know validation from other. You don't please everyone, you live authentically.